Hey everyone, it's Chris Doherty here. Doherty Properties got an exciting interview that we have this evening with somebody who is a great lender in Massachusetts. He does Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine with Premier Lending. Juan Palazzo. He is great guy, doing a lot of stuff. What I like about him is he hustles, right? You call him at midnight, he answers the phone. You call him at 5 a.m., he answers the phone. And so for investors or for people who are buying homes, first-time home buyers, second-time home buyers, if you're looking for someone that's accessible, if you're looking for somebody who like really grinds it out every day, he's your guy. Happens to be a great power lifter too. I'm benching more than you are these days. I'm glad to have you. How you doing?
Hi, how are you, Chris? Thank you for having me. And I know you lift a lot of weights, but with the belly, you know?
You got it, right? I mean, that's really at the end of the day, that it takes a lot of work to build a body like that. You know, it's a lot of food consumption. You just can't stop. I mean, you can't eat one day and get a body like that. You got to keep pushing it, keep going at it.
Dedication with your meal prepping, right?
Yeah, you got it. It's like, the meal prep is where everybody has it wrong, I think. I mean, I think it's like the inverse of that. You eat whatever you want and your body will grow. Growth
Exactly.
is key. I mean, we want to grow in all areas of our lives. Why do people have a problem if we're growing in our bellies?
Hey, I think you're onto something.
Oh, no, that's great. And so, you and I have been talking a lot. We deal with a lot of clients, regular buyers, our companies do. We deal with investors. And you and I have been talking a lot about like some of the challenges that we have with, investors and what's happening. But in the market has been, on my end, you and I have talked about this, and a lot of the other agents and brokers in the market. I mean, we've been really slammed. I mean, we hear different reports about housing, but at least in like Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine area, we've been seeing like still just crazy growth. And just a lot of demand still from buyers on that, and inventory is still low. What have you been seeing in the market?
I mean, we've been super busy as well. I mean, I think the market has leveraged down a little bit. Prices have gone down a little bit, but we've been super busy. We finished the year super strong, and then we went into 2019 even stronger. I think deals are still happening. People are still out there searching for homes. Listings are still happening. I mean, you see it more than I do, right? But like, I think it's still very busy.
Yeah, I mean, we're still seeing that, continued activity, multi bids. I mean, it's normalized in some segments, but I still think multifamily homes, we're just seeing still anything that's good quality, that's priced right, is moving quickly. I can't keep multifamilies. Today, I had a couple of agents reach out to me in different markets asking if we had anything coming up because, right now we see the Dow is down, right? It's had one of its worst time in, a decade. Yep. And people are looking at their stock portfolio and they're saying, like, what am I doing? And what are other alternatives to invest in?
I agree.
If you put in the bank, right, you're still not getting the return that you're hoping for. And so, we have seasoned investors, but new people coming in and saying they want to invest in real estate. And so, you had reached out to me and we were talking about a new program that you have for real estate investors. And
correct.
So, as you know, I deal with a lot of investors, 2 families, 3 families, condos, 10 units, 20 units, 100 units, so people that are, investing at different levels depending upon their background and their experience. And you in Premier Lending have a great new program out.
Exactly. Correct.
Why don't you tell everybody about that program?
Exactly. So this is a new program. We've been talking about it for a few months, and it finally came to our table. We finally roll it out, effective today, and it's specifically made for investors. Specifically, let's say you already own a multifamily. You've been a landlord for a period of 12 months. Well, this program is great for you because what this program is going to do is going to allow you to buy another investment property without your own income. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the cash flow of the property, so the upcoming property that you're looking to purchase, and we will qualify you based off of that cash flow of the property.
Okay, that's
pretty
huge.
Straightforward. Yep, it's huge. Pretty straightforward. The only thing we're going to look at is a positive cash flow.
Okay.
So what we will do is we will look at 100% of the rents. So if you have 3 units, we'll look at 100% of the rental income, and we'll use the lower of the two, whether it's the market appraised value of the rents or whatever you have on the lease agreements.
Okay.
The only catch is that this number has to be higher than the total mortgage payment.
Okay. Yeah, so you got to be positive cash flow. So it could be 1%, 2%. Just has to be positive, right?
Positive, correct.
Yeah. And so in terms of the rent, so let's assume I'm somebody. So the first criteria is we want to make sure that whoever is buying the property, they have at least one rental investment property that they've had for 12 months, right?
Correct. Correct.
So let's say somebody owned their home and they rented that out in 12-month period of time. Theoretically, they would fulfill that criteria because now they would be investor owner, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so somebody who might be thinking about, hey, I'm trying to make a move and do something different, could rent out your house for a 12-month period, and maybe they're a small business owner, or maybe they're in a bit, it could be waiter, waitresses, you know, the traditional small business owners, people whose W-2s don't always reflect easily for the mortgage process.
Correct.
They might be looking and saying, hey, this is a good opportunity for them, right?
Exactly, yeah. And if you have 2 borrowers, at least only one of them will have to fulfill that 12-month history.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. And so as another,
Chris, I lost you.
As another criteria of that, you'll be running credit on that?
Correct. We'll be running credit, and it will be as low as a 620.
Okay.
What that will change is the amount of down payment that they will have to do, but it's somewhere between 20 to 25% down payment. The beautiful thing about this is the borrower would only need 5% of their own funds, and the rest could be a gift.
Okay. All right, that's great. So 20% down.
So, for example, this could be great. A perfect example would be a younger millennial that already has a multifamily and then looking to purchase more properties. Maybe their parents can help them with the other 15, 20%, and they already have a little bit of cash, and their parents are looking to help him grow his investment business, for that matter.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, that's what's great, because right now what most investors are dealing with is the cash flow restriction, right?
Exactly.
They own the property, and then, you know, you're looking at them and saying, hey, you already have this investment. Maybe your income isn't really carrying that. We're going to eliminate your personal income as a criteria. We'll check your credit to make sure that's good.
Exactly.
But we're going to just make sure that you are going to buy a property if it's positive cash flow and your credit is good, which is 620, which is or higher.
Exactly.
We're not 620. We're not talking 800. Then they have the opportunity to buy a multifamily.
Yep, you got it absolutely correct. That's exactly how it's going to work.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I know a lot of investors that, you know, I deal with. I mean, that's usually one of the issues. Or even I have somebody that they own a multifamily and they're having a hard time verifying their income. So they say, well, what do I do? I could be, you know, because you deal with all different types of business owners, people that own bars, people that are bartenders, people that are waitresses, people that, you know, have all kinds of businesses on their own, people that are nannies, people that are, you know, it's hard.
And even not to go so far, even a lot of our real estate partners, you know what I mean?
Yeah, real estate.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a great program for anyone that's looking to invest in real estate.
Yep. Okay. And then in terms of time frame on this, let's say today I find a property that I'm interested in, a multifamily. Walk me through the steps from like step one. What do I have to do?
Okay, so we'll begin just like a normal mortgage application. Gather up all your information, check your credit, make sure that everything lines up. We'll have to order the appraisal on the property, see exactly what the appraiser thinks is going to be, you know, the market rents for the property, or if there's lease agreements already in place, we'll look at those as well. And then we're looking at a 45 to 50-day process, depending, obviously, the better the credit scores, the easier the whole process will be. And yeah, as long as the property appraises and we have good market values, it should be a pretty straightforward deal.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. I love it. I mean, I love it for investors who are trying to get in, whose income might just be a little bit shy even, You know,
Correct. Yeah,
and they're
you're
saying,
absolutely
"Yeah, I
right.
want to do this. How do I do it? And I can't do that." What about location? Where we've got people who watch this really all over the country, but where is this program being rolled out right now?
Okay, so as far as us, I'll be able to do Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, and even Florida.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, and great investment spots, right? I mean, Florida's been super hot in terms of Massachusetts, naturally, where we are located.
Of
I mean,
course.
that market has been, on fire. And time frame you're looking at, let's say I find a multifamily today beginning to add, what's the time frame, do you think?
I want to say I'll say 45 days. But like I said, it all depends on the property. It all depends on the client himself, how
Yeah.
efficient he is working with us. I mean, it's just like a normal loan, right?
Yeah.
The more efficient the client is and the more involved he is, the
Yeah.
faster the deal is. But I always give us, especially with this type of programs, give us some time frame so we can actually work with everything that we need to get in place.
Yeah. So if I have a client and she's looking to make a move quickly, she could say, look, I want to get this done in 45 days. She's going to have to make sure she gets you everything you need in a timely manner.
Absolutely. Yep.
Process it to hit the timelines that they need.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. And what about, the multifamily market in general have you been seeing in terms of clients, and what are the challenges that they've been facing?
I mean, it's for me, especially with the demographic that I deal with. I want to say 94% of my business is multifamily.
Yep.
In where I see a lot of FHA 2 to 4 family, but the biggest problem I see, and I don't know if you've run into it, is with the 3 to 4 family FHA self-sufficiency.
Yep.
But then I also have, past clients that already own multifamilies looking to get into another multifamily,
Yep.
and they can do it, right?
Yes, exactly.
So this program will be really good for them if they have, the down payment.
Yeah,
money
if
that
they
we
come up
require.
with 20% and their credit 620, they could buy
Exactly.
a multifamily. So
Exactly. So it's an easier process for them, and it allows them to just keep buying properties.
now, do you have to live in the property too as a primary?
No, it's an investment program.
Yep. So you don't have to. So anybody out there who's wondering, do I have to move into it? You don't have to.
You don't have to. No.
You can buy it.
Correct.
And you can get the gift for 15%.
Correct.
Up to 15. Okay, that's great. So, one, I think it's a great program. It's why we're talking about it, because I have a lot of investors too. And, naturally, one of the things is it always comes down to that. They're trying to figure out their income, they're balancing assets, and they're figuring out this is a program that's going to give them an opportunity to go out there and buy something without having to demonstrate that, which is huge.
And that's why you were the ones, one of the first ones that I reached out to.
Oh yeah, and what did I say? So this is great. We got to let everybody know, because I have investors, and we'll call through them too. But this is an awesome way to get the word out on a program that's going to help them. If folks need to get in touch with you because they're interested in this, what's a good phone number?
My phone number, you can call me directly on my cell phone, 978-746-1125. As you know, I always answer, and if I don't, I'm returning the call within less than 30 minutes.
And you're also good with texting too, so people can text.
Also, yep, correct.
And what's a good email address for you?
The email will be Juan, Juan, @pmlhomeloans.com.
Okay, awesome. And if anybody wants to get me, they can reach me at 978-746-0124. That'll be an office line, but it's answered 24 hours a day. And if I can't help you, somebody on the team will certainly pick up and get you going in the process if you want to look. If you need to get a pre-approval on this, call Juan right away. I think it's a great program. Keep them coming. This is the type of stuff that investors are looking for. So it helps the market, but it helps them so they can expand, and it eliminates one of the big barriers. And I appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
No, thank you. And that's something that we always try to do at Premier Mortgage Lending, is try to bring a little bit more value to the clients, to like the average person that's just looking to get ahead in life, trying to invest money, trying to just, make a better living. Like we were talking earlier offline, just how can we help? Yeah. How can we help people make a better living?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's it, right? I mean, people are, everyone, for the most part, is grinding it, right? They're working hard. They're working full-time jobs, or they're running businesses, or they're working jobs at night, and they're doing what they can. and real estate gives people an opportunity. I say, I try to teach people that don't try to get rich quick, but you can get rich over time, right?
Exactly.
So if you plan it out, you buy a multi or you buy a single and you rent it out, and then over time you do one a year every 2 years. In 10 years, where are you? In 20 years, where are you? You can grow it.
Absolutely.
And unlike the stock market, which goes up and down and you don't have any control, at least with your real estate investment, you can touch it, you can drive by it.
Absolutely.
Visit it. The market may go down, but you still have a tangible asset
Exactly.
that you're down and you're getting some financial income from it.
Couldn't agree more.
I appreciate it. Keep it coming, and we'll be in touch. I want to thank everybody for joining us, and Juan, I want to thank you and the folks over at Premier Lending for putting together a great program, and keep it coming.
No, thank you, and like I told you off air, you're more than welcome to. We're going to be inviting you over to the podcast. We're going to be rolling out within the next few weeks. So everyone, just keep in touch, because it's going to be a phenomenal podcast. It's not just going to be, mortgage, real estate related. It's going to be, about life. We're going to be bringing in a lot of folks that have done a lot of amazing things with businesses, with life. And we're going to get them to talk about how they did it. So hopefully some people can take away from their own experiences and help them, with their own growth.
And learn how to grow. I love it. Let's keep it going.
Yep.
To a great 2019, and everyone be in touch. Thanks for watching. Thank
you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Thank you.